Hey everyone, Codex here. Today we are going to be taking a look at Solana and its risk metric. Now this is one of the most important videos for Solana, and the reason for this is that a lot of new investors out there are quite confused about what they should be doing. Newcomers don't know if they should buy now or if they should wait for any further corrections, and so the risk metric will enable them today to make the choice. If you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, leave the video a thumbs up and a comment, and let's get into this one. So as you can see, Solana was trading at around 1.5 US dollars at the beginning of the year, and since that time it has went on a run to 270 US dollars. So Solana has seen more than a 17,000% move to the upside overall this year, and it really made itself stand out so far. Now, if you are not familiar with this channel, one of the ways we look at the market is through the risk metric right here. What the risk metric is, it's a risk model that I've created, and it basically works to identify when a particular asset is undervalued and oversold, or when a coin is overbought and in need of a pullback. And you may be wondering now, well, what's the use of that? So if you are a new investor, let's say, and you want to get some Solana or any coin out there, you always want to buy when the risk is low, typically below 4 on the risk metric right here in this green area. You never want to buy when the risk is in the red region, and especially above 8 or 9 on our index, because each time that happens and each time we go into these high risk levels, we end up having massive drops. And you can see it clearly. When we reached 9 on the risk metric back in August of last year, the price ended up having a 76% pullback. Now it's true that we still went up a bit afterwards right here, but that doesn't matter. Your goal is to manage the risk and to avoid exposing yourself to these pullback and crashes. Now, we also had high risk levels back in February as well as in April, and the price had 2 significant pullbacks. And also lately, a couple of months ago, Solana experienced another pullback and lost around 47% of its value when the risk metric went up into these high risk regions. So as you can see, your goal while using this indicator is to gradually buy in the green area and to gradually sell in the red one. And what I mean by gradually is buying and selling at each range. So typically, you should buy when the risk is below 4 as set, and a wise strategy would be to go 10% when the risk is between 4 and 3, 20% right here when the risk is between 3 and 2, 30% of your fiat or of the money you tend to invest in when the risk is between 2 and 1, and with the rest of your fiat when the risk is below 1, which basically never happens. It's rare to see a risk below 1. Now, Solana is currently down around 35% from its all-time high, and the risk is at about 3.5, which theoretically speaking means that now is a good entry point. But again, this doesn't mean that the price can drop any lower. The price can surely drop much lower than this. Now, in the last year and a half, Solana has had 2 accumulation phases. The first one was back in here when the price was between 1 and 2.5 US dollars. And the second one was right here when its price was between 19 and 30 bucks. And we are currently back at it again. Solana is back in the accumulation phase now. Now, some of you out there have a more aggressive approach. Some like to buy when the risk is below 3, and they also like to start selling their coins when the risk is above 7 instead of 6. And with Solana, this is proven to be a very good idea. We have talked about this more aggressive approach with many other coins, and frankly, it's not always good. But with Solana, being more aggressive has proven to give a much better return, to give a much better ROI so far. So if you are one of those that buy when the risk is below 3, then I'm going to say that now may not be the ideal time to enter. However, 2 weeks ago, when the price dropped from 270 US dollars all the way down to roughly 150 bucks, the risk was barely below 3 on the risk metric, which was indicating a good buy opportunity. Now, as question, can the price drop lower? Yeah, sure. As Bitcoin is suffering, Solana has a high chance of going down to lower targets. But if your goal is to wait for Solana to drop below 3 on the risk metric again, then you have to wait until the price drops again below 160 US dollars. For Solana to reach 3 on the risk metric, its price need to go again below 160 bucks. So this was about it, guys. Thanks for sticking by. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave the video a thumbs up, join our Telegram where you can get a risk metric for ADA, BNB, and Link for free. The risk metric for Solana will be released in a couple of days with a risk metric of DOT, Ethereum, ING, Theta, and much more. Thanks for watching the video and peace.